All right, let's jump right in. What if I told you the Earth isn't just a rock floating through space, but is actually a precisely engineered motor? Today, we're diving into a major breakthrough from the Morphian cosmology framework. It's called Geodynamic Synchronicity, and it makes the case that the stability of our entire world is absolutely not an accident. It's by design. You know, we look up and see the moon almost every night, just holding that steady path across the sky. It's easy to take for granted. But is that perfect orbit just some kind of cosmic coincidence? The Morphian cosmology framework says no way. It argues it's a mechanical necessity. And the proof? Well, it all starts with a single, simple measurement. Okay, so on the left, we've got a hard number that's been measured with lasers for decades. The moon's farthest point from us, its apogee, is 405,400 kilometers. That's a known fact. But on the right, you've got a prediction from the Morphian framework, a hidden, theoretical boundary out there in space. Now, are these two numbers connected? To get that answer, we have to completely change how we think about our own planet. We're all taught to see the Earth as this passive object, you know? Just a big ball of rock caught in the sun's gravitational pull. But the Morphian framework offers a totally different paradigm. What if Earth isn't just being pulled along for the ride? What if it's an active participant? What if it's an induction motor, generating its very own field of influence? This right here is the core idea, the big shift in thinking. Earth is a motor, and every motor, as you know, has to be part of a circuit. It's powered not just by gravity, but by the fundamental force of electromagnetism that connects our planet, our moon, and our sun into one single dynamic system. Let's break down the components of this cosmic machine. The sun, that's your power source. It's constantly emitting energy. Then you have Earth's inner core, which acts as the cathode, the negative terminal that draws this current of energy in. And the moon? The moon has a critical job. It's the anode, the positive terminal, and it's perfectly placed to regulate and stabilize the entire circuit. And as you can see here, we're not talking about three separate bodies just interacting from a distance. This is one integrated electromagnetic system. The sun provides the juice, the Earth's core draws it in, and the moon regulates the flow. This very circuit is the engine that's driving all of Earth's geodynamics. So, if the Earth is a motor, then like any machine, it has to have a blueprint, right? A set of rules and limits that define how it operates. Well, in the MCF, that blueprint has a name, the MECP. The Morphian Electrogravitational Collision Point. Yeah, it's a mouthful, so we'll just call it the MECP. The easiest way to picture it is as a giant invisible bubble surrounding us. It's the precise surface where the outward electromagnetic pressure from the Earth motor perfectly balances the inward pressure from the sun. And this isn't just some theoretical line. It's the absolute outer skin of Earth's entire mechanical system. And the framework calculates this boundary with some incredible precision, all derived from its first principles. This isn't an observation. It's a pure calculation. And that calculation puts the MECP boundary at exactly 408,262 kilometers from the center of the Earth. Definitely remember that number. And now, this is where it all comes together. This is where that puzzle we started with finally gets solved. We have two numbers from two completely different places, one from decades of measurement, the other from pure theory. And they're about to line up in a pretty spectacular way. And there it is. On the left, the moon's maximum measured distance from us, 405,400 kilometers. On the right, the calculated electromagnetic boundary of the entire Earth system, 408,262 kilometers. I mean, just look at those two numbers. They're unbelievably close. The gap between them is just 2,862 kilometers. Now, to put that into perspective for you, the moon's own diameter is over 3,400 kilometers. So that means the empty space between the moon's farthest reach and the absolute edge of Earth's electromagnetic skin is actually smaller than the moon itself. So what does this actually mean? It means the moon's orbit isn't random at all. It pushes right out to the absolute ceiling of Earth's electromagnetic circuit and just stops. As the source material puts it, this is not coincidence. This is geometric necessity. The moon is essentially locked in place by the very boundary of the machine it helps to regulate. But look, this near-perfect alignment isn't just a single cool data point. The MCF argues it's the actual key that unlocks our understanding of the whole system's mechanics. It's the ultimate geodynamic proof. The fact that the moon's apogee lines up so well isn't the whole story. It's actually just the most obvious symptom of a much deeper, incredibly interconnected architecture. Think of it as just one gear turning in a much, much larger cosmic clockwork. And this alignment isn't the only piece of proof. The framework points to what it calls the 7 convergences, a list of other real-world facts that the model just happens to predict perfectly. For example, astronomers have never found a stable natural orbit beyond the moon. Well, the MCFT says that's because the MECP boundary is a hard limit. Or how about this? We know the moon is slowly drifting away from us at about 3.83 centimeters a year. The framework shows that it's drifting directly toward this calculated boundary, almost as if it's being pulled into its final, perfect position. You see, each of these points isn't a separate mystery. They're all just outputs from the exact same cosmic machine. And that's really why this is so huge. The study of geodynamics, which is the 700th subject analyzed by the framework, isn't just another chapter. It really serves as the capstone, the final mechanical verification that this orbital model isn't just a theory, but a true reflection of a functioning, predictable system. So the key takeaway from all this is simple. From the length of our day to the pull of the tides, these things are not cosmic accidents. According to the Morphean cosmology framework, they are the synchronized, predictable outputs of a single, elegant cosmic machine, a machine that all of us are riding on right at this very moment.